what my show is. You know what day of the week it is. So something kind of special tonight. Obviously, yes, that's right. There's 4 people in this room because we have 3 people on the show tonight that we are interviewing, and I'm going to let them introduce themselves.
Go ahead.
I'm Parker Hasty. I live in Lewis.
I'm Brock Myers. I also live in Lewis.
I'm Jack Joyner, also a Lewis resident.
Okay, all right. No one really cares where you live. Why don't you just, sorry, not to be like that, I'm sorry. Why don't you just really quickly say one thing that is like unique about you or like a special trait or I don't know.
Gosh.
I don't know, sorry, not like, not to be like a class. Okay.
Well,
whatever.
actually,
Really
You say like our majors or something?
no, like
say
I
my
enjoy music, and also I was
art.
born in California.
Oh, God.
All
Okay.
right.
Oh man.
I can say something about me now.
You can't steal someone else's thing.
No,
too,
I'm
so
not gonna. I was not born in California, but I lived in California for 10 years. So
So that's what's
that's
unique
my
about
special
you.
thing that
is that you
defines
live there
my
for 10
entire
years.
life.
All right.
Well, I didn't really like live in California or grow up in California at all. I actually was born in Missouri. And
Yeah!
I've lived in Missouri my whole life.
That's
So
a topic, dude. California.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Brock. Okay, Brock. Where in Missouri did you live?
Ozark.
All right. Shout out to Ozark.
So 15 minutes down the
Ozark.
road.
Yeah. Griffin Furcus. This is a talk show. Where you been at, bro? Just kidding.
You're gonna have to yell out who's watching. I can't see.
Yeah. Had to yell it out.
Is my mom watching?
Okay.
Austin McCleary's watching. Austin, what's up,
Big
bro?
baller, what's up?
A whole hour.
Okay. All right. So obviously the topic of tonight is like art and music, but I feel like probably just focusing more predominantly on music. So I hope you're ready.
Cool.
Hope you're
I
got
guess
your
that's
playlist ready. Just kidding. So what is your top favorite artist right now?
Oh
Ooh.
boy.
Right now or like all time?
Oh,
Or like-
mine's the same.
Yeah, we all know what
Let me
Jax
just straight up
is.
say it. Tyler, the Creator, is the absolute greatest artist of all time.
That's
Oh,
that's
boy.
really all the same for all of you
Okay.
guys.
No.
I was gonna say.
I'm unique.
I mean.
I mean, lately I've been listening to a lot of this guy named Andrew Bell, like a lot.
I tuned in. He's good.
He's
He's
really
good.
good. He's probably my favorite at the
Oh,
moment.
you guys live on the same floor. You don't share music. Awkward.
We do.
We do.
We just
Parker
have
What the
and I-
heck, bro?
Parker and I were actually talking about it the other night. How
Yeah.
we were like glad that we have like similar music tastes. Cause
as
like
roommates.
Yeah.
because like sometimes you get a roommate and they'll not like the same kind of music that you do, and you'll
So-
like walk
yeah.
in the room and they'll have like something playing. And you're like, oh. I
Have you
heard
experienced
that.
this firsthand?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, really?
Oh, last year.
What music was your other roommate playing?
Oh, country music. I hate
Oh,
country music.
country music. I mean, there's like some country artists that are like okay though, like the ones that are like
Johnny
pop.
Cash.
country.
That's
about
listen
it.
to like
Sam
Alabama.
Hunt, you know, he's pretty
No,
good.
nothing. None
No.
of the new. No,
No,
I'll listen to like
no.
Alabama or like George Strait.
Rascal Flats.
Yeah, I guess.
Life is a Highway. Oh,
Yeah.
Big Green Tractor. That's the
By
best
Jason Aldean, right?
country song of all time.
That's
I
a pretty
disagree
good
with
one.
that statement as well. Okay, Parker,
Agree?
what's your favorite? Disagree.
My favorite's probably Rex Orange County.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that seems fair.
Yeah,
LOL.
that's my favorite.
Morgan Piles wants to know about your guys' love lives, but I'm not gonna
Oh,
make you
boy.
answer that if you don't want to.
Oh.
Already,
Also,
it's like
Laney
5 minutes in.
1975, Tyler, Kanye,
Yeah, there's so many.
Post,
Yeah,
Frank
you gotta
Ocean,
get
Frank
Kanye.
Ocean.
James Hooper
Oh,
wants to know if you
future.
could be any artist, who would you want to be?
Ooh.
Who's got the most money?
Same as my favorite.
Oh,
Oh, shoot.
I mean,
Yeah,
I can
think
I just feel like I need to explain Tyler the Creator a little more. Back him up a little bit. Because it's not, for him, it's not, and for me, it's not just about music, you know? Tyler the Creator is the most creative, most successful, well, I don't know about most successful, most creative rapper alive right now. He has a super successful clothing line. He has
very
his own
debatable.
music festival with
True.
tons of talent.
True, I
Kids
wanna
See
go to
Ghosts
that.
headlined it last year. I'm super upset that I missed it. He's had like 3 TV shows, all successful. Clothing, Odd Future, everything.
all right.
He's amazing.
I actually want to answer a different question.
Yeah.
But I saw James in the
I
comments.
can't see the question.
If I could choose any musical artist's body, I would definitely have to go with Post.
Musical artist body?
Yeah.
He just looks like he
He looks
has like
awesome.
a
I like
natural
Kanye's body.
musk, like he doesn't shower.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That'd be
That's
awesome. You
disgusting.
never have to bathe.
Just body or face as well.
Everything.
I love
Um,
Post has the best smile of any.
That's
artist
true.
of all
Post
time.
has a magical smile.
So a little off topic, my friend Griffin, awkward, that's his last name. He wants to know what your guys' favorite basketball team is. I mean, I wonder what Parker's is.
I don't know if I necessarily have like a favorite basketball team. Probably, if I had to pick a favorite, it'd probably be the Thunder. But
Why?
Because they're closest in proximity, I guess, to me.
Oh, so you're kind of more of a location guy.
Good word.
Like you pick your
I
team
guess.
based off.
I
of
mean,
where
I
you
grew
live,
up-
right?
No, not necessarily, because I've grown up my whole life being an Alabama fan for
Okay.
football. But just I like to watch basketball. I'll just
No, that
watch
said
whatever's
baseball,
on.
not basketball.
Did
It said
it?
baseball.
Thank you, Emma.
Oh, well, then the Cardinals.
Baseball.
You know, it's kind of far. It's whatever.
Yeah, basketball. I'm the same as Brock. I go by location, and Kansas City doesn't have a basketball team, and that's where I'm from. So,
So you just don't root for anybody?
well, the Lakers, I guess, but I don't really
Oh,
watch them.
bandwagon.
Because he's a Cali boy. He's
No, I
gotta-
used to watch them, but now I don't really anymore.
Rockets gang, all the way.
Oh my
Oh God. Okay.
That's what
But
I'm saying.
baseball-
Respect the beard, you know.
Baseball. Since that was the original question, the
2020.
Chicago Cubs are the greatest
sir.
team of all time.
Yes, sir.
Scotty,
Everyone's
bro.
waiting.
Oh,
Everyone's in the
Scott.
comments. Say them out loud. I can't see.
Oh my goodness.
Should have worn
Okay.
my bifocal.
put it
So
on
what
there.
is your favorite
Oh, yeah,
genre
that's
of
true.
music? What'd you say?
Genre of music.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough. That's
Tasty question.
I know, right? Put a lot of thought into it, you know.
I hate that. Shoot.
Shoot. Well, I don't know. Like,
Okay,
I
well,
feel like a
what
lot
do
of
you
music I
yeah.
listen to has like, it's like crosses genre. Like,
I'm very cultured.
yeah, really cool. I mean, a lot of like hip hop, obviously.
Yeah.
But, I mean.
It can obviously change. Like, I'm not saying like this one genre defines your entire life, but I'm saying like this could be like something you're bopping to right now or something that you're like, I don't know. Like, I love trap music, but I probably wouldn't say like trap music is my all-time favorite. You
Yeah.
know, it's
Yeah.
just something.
I guess like some like indie like rock stuff like Rex like 1975. Some Laney kind of fits in there, sort of indie pop, but yeah, I kind of
Okay.
like that stuff.
Pretty much the same. Thanks. Maybe like some alternative sort of. I don't know, indie.
Worship. I'm just kidding.
Worship,
Well,
yes.
obviously worship. We go to
music is my
Evangel.
number
That's
one
just a
favorite.
given.
No. Yeah, I like hip hop, rap, of course. I don't, not to be that guy or whatever, but I kind of listen to everything, you know. But like
Whoa, bro.
my first favorite artist is
Bro,
Tyler
you
the
didn't even
Creator. I
know who
said
Andrew
that
Bell was,
earlier.
bro.
But okay. But my second favorite artist, probably of all time, would be Bob Dylan. So I like a big range of
Oh,
stuff.
nice.
But and then
Cool.
Laney's up there too.
Spectrum.
Pop, indie.
Yeah, I do
You
listen
know.
to a lot of 80s music.
Hey, we're going
Oh,
to
yeah,
Laney
the
May
Beatles.
1st. Whoever wants to come.
Beatles are also up there.
See you there.
Stones.
Jordan Warner wants to know what your favorite medieval instrument is.
Medieval instrument.
Like weapon or
Yeah, are we
musical
talking-
instrument?
No, instrument. Musical
Instrument.
instrument.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Bagpipes.
Medieval, the lyre.
Shoot, bro. I don't know. Am I allowed to use Google? I don't know.
You don't know your medieval instruments?
Absolutely not.
No.
Skip. We don't answer.
I'm
that.
not learning.
Skip.
That was a good question. Thanks.
That was
Too good. Too good.
I mean, this is probably a dumb question, but I
Just
don't really
ask
care.
it. We're good.
Okay, I'm gonna ask it. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Okay, so obviously, I feel like explicit music, like everybody like listens to it. You know,
Not us.
we
Nope.
do go to a Christian campus, so you know,
Tyler the Creator is definitely not explicit.
so when you're listening to such a song, you know, do you sing every single word, or what do you?
Okay.
This is what the people want to
What
know.
the heck?
I'm not
Who
trying to
asked
call
this?
anybody out. I'm
Um,
just saying, like,
First of all, is
What are
Gina
your thoughts
watching?
on that?
Is Gina Rentschler watching?
Gina's not watching. We haven't gotten
Okay.
that big yet,
Okay.
but you two will be watching. So
Oh goodness.
This is a controversial question.
yeah.
It depends. It depends on the vibe at the moment. and it also depends on like the severity of the word, I guess.
Okay.
So
So which words do you like to say?
So which words are in the
How far
okay
will you
pile?
go?
Which ones are in the really not okay pile?
I mean, the F word's
What does
pretty
that
off
stand for?
limits. I don't know, man. The F word's pretty off limits.
course.
I don't know.
Well, I
really.
feel.
I guess that's the only one.
I
Oh
feel
my
like
gosh.
I know like
We censor ourselves pretty well.
Yeah, we do, and
Yeah.
like we all kind of listen to a lot of similar songs. So like we'll be like driving in the car, like have it in the room, and like if it's like a popular song we all like, it's kind of funny. Like we'll all just be sitting there like. Like you can like hear it like if the music's not like crazy loud, you can hear everyone like pause. Like I feel like that happens a lot. Like
Yeah.
it's not like we're gonna go around like talking like that or like
Yeah.
acting like that really, but
No, yeah, that's exactly right.
Any other comments, Jack? Or?
No,
Oh.
that's. I mean, I do the same thing.
Yeah, I don't
As a
got
Christian, I do the same thing.
it's
Okay.
the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
Do you think some artists perform better, like with the use, or like more creative with the use of drugs? Like, do you think that has a heavy influence on the creation
Yeah.
of their music?
Yes.
Can you
Even
list
though
some
it's
that-
Example number
Some good
one would have to
questions.
be Matty Healy.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say
From
Yeah.
that.
1975.
Okay.
Because he's been on like all sorts of drugs, like, and recently he's got off them, but like
You're very updated with the.
And their album might have suffered.
yeah,
Their newest album.
might have gone
Really?
a little
So is he
downhill
on
after he
drugs
got
for
off
that,
the.
or what?
I think he
am
started to get off
the
for-
list.
I think he's off the drugs. now.
Oh,
Yeah, for the
he
latest
needs to
album.
get back on those.
Absolutely.
So do you think a lot of artists like have drug addictions because they want their music to become better, just because it kind of happens with like fame and fortune and stuff like that?
No, I feel like the drug, like when they're taking drugs, it's not like the majority of artists' main reason for that isn't so that their music will improve. I feel like it's just like the culture and everyone raps about it, talks about it, and it's just like that's the thing to do. And so it's
Yeah.
like it's not like they're not doing it to improve their music or make it maybe to like improve the content so it's more like popular and resonates with people, but not like the quality necessarily. I
Yeah.
would say.
Okay.
Let's see, like Chance the Rapper did acid rap off acid, right? Or was it 4 people that are tripping on acid? I've heard a lot
I
of
don't
good
know.
things
I
about
don't know
that.
the tune on that
guess.
song.
And like that's a good album. So I don't know. All of the 1975's albums are good, and they were all pretty much while he was on
Beatles?
drugs.
Yeah,
The
that's what I
Beatles
was
for
gonna
sure.
say. Beatles were doing
For
some
sure.
hard drugs, especially there at the end with like
Sergeant.
what's it called? Sgt. Pepper's
Sergeant,
Lonely
yeah.
Hearts Club Band. And
What's your guys'
Revolver and
favorite
stuff.
Beatles song?
Bro, I could go on.
Let's hear
about
from the
Beatles. I love
fans.
the Beatles. But
What's
yeah,
your guys'
they're-
favorite Beatles song? And
You
we'll
can
sing it.
definitely tell that they were doing
Whoa,
drugs
whoa.
by the end of there.
So we did have a question in the comments if you guys wanted to do any kind of acoustic, song or anything. I don't know.
Like right now.
Yeah, I mean, do you
I
guys
know.
sing or anything? Or just something small, just something light?
No.
Doesn't gotta be real long.
Does it have to be a worship song?
No.
Did I
Just
say it had to be a worship song? I'm just keeping up with the cash, not heart song. Okay, Jack?
Okay.
Just kidding.
Well, let's do something then. Okay. Do you have any requests? Instagram Live?
Drop a song.
Yeah, drop a song request.
Drop
we
us
can
a
do
song.
a cover real quick.
Ooh,
Little
Jack
snippet.
Bradford wants to know if Parker would ever do drugs in the name of music.
Absolutely.
No.
I've seen him do them before.
Oh, that's a confirmed.
kidding. No, I
roommate
would not
question.
do that.
Really?
You wouldn't.
Why not? I'm curious.
Because
Sicko mode.
I don't feel like
That
I
was a
need
song request by
drugs.
Austin McCleary.
Hey,
God.
there's a
Sicko mode.
Oh my gosh!
it's a funny boy.
It's Jordan Warner.
Hello.
Look at him.
Look at that guy.
I would not
See ya.
do drugs.
Bye.
Though. No,
Why
for
not?
any
Okay.
reason. Because it's in my morals that I don't want to do them. And I think they're bad.
I think my dad just commented.
What about
Said
marijuana?
Girl from Ipanema. Do you know that song? You probably don't know that song. That's an old
I don't
one.
think so.
Dad, no one
I have
knows
a question
that song.
for
Only I
Parker.
know that song.
What about marijuana? If it was legal in the entire United States, would you do marijuana if you thought it
Who's
would?
asking the questions around here?
I'm asking a question. If it would affect your musical
Now,
ability.
Parker, if you don't want to answer this, it's okay.
I'm gonna answer it.
All right.
You brought up the drugs.
I never said Parker would you do marijuana.
No, I wouldn't. I
I'm
still
saying
wouldn't.
if it's illegal.
I still wouldn't do it even if it was legal. Just
Good.
personal
That was a test.
conviction of mine. I just wouldn't want to.
That was the right answer.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so you guys gonna sing something light or what?
As long as
what did they
Parker's got the
say?
mic.
What did we?
I
What
say
did you get?
They got sicko mode, so that was.
I don't-
I like Ghost Town. I think that's good.
Ghost
Yeah.
Town?
That's a little bit high though for
That's all right.
Jack and
I've
I.
been trying to
make you love me, but everything I try just takes you further from me. How far are we gone?
Yeah.
Someday we gon' let it out.
Someday.
Okay, I'm done.
That was good. That was good. That
Thanks.
was really good. Yeah.
Wow, we're awesome.
You gave people what they wanted.
We are
They
incredible.
wanted
Wow.
that.
Okay.
Yes.
What's the next question?
All right.
Austin, I like that.
What do you say?
We gotta do at least that one part.
What?
Do the one part.
hurts anymore. I feel kinda free.
I can't go that high.
We're still the kids we used to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got my eyes up to see if I still bleed.
All right.
Yeah.
For more of that, come to Lewis Unplugged tomorrow night to hear Parker
true.
sing a couple songs. And
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, Parker, are you doing Spring Fling this year?
Yes.
You
I
are.
am doing spring
I
fling.
know some of the fans out there wanted a sneak peek or anything, but that kind of was a sneak
That
peek.
was a sneak peek.
Logan.
That's
Sort of.
the song
he's
he's
doing
performing.
He's doing some really good
You're
songs.
gonna have to
tomorrow
come
night,
to Spring
so.
Fling if you want to see
I'm
it.
rapping.
And if you're Lewis, we have Lewis Unplugged tomorrow.
What time?
7.
o'clock.
And if you're a North Pointer, Parker will be singing in church on Sunday as well.
Okay. Back to the questions, not the shameless plugs.
True.
Every time I say something, Morgan just.
No, I'm not.
Cuts
I'm
me
not.
off.
I'm sorry. I just, I'm trying to make sure that we ask the good stuff.
Okay.
Okay, so this is my next
Bring
question.
the question.
What do you think of modern and
James,
young
you've heard me.
artists stealing the beats and like
In my
riffs of songs that were created
Ooh.
by, past geniuses? You know what I'm saying? I could give you like 2 examples. Like,
Yeah. Give me
you
some
know,
examples.
Heart and Soul, obviously, that was an old song. And then that one song came out and made it like a trap song. You know what I'm saying? That
Okay.
new Heart and Soul song. Also, there's another song.
Well,
well-
Meek Mill took what's it called, In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins, but that was more of a remix, I guess.
But that should still count. And
But
even
no,
like,
I
liked
took
that.
Queen.
I feel like that's different. But
No, are you meaning like
yeah, there was someone. Well, wasn't there some band that took Queen song
Vanilla
too?
Yeah,
Ice
with-
took Queen? Like
with,
Ice
uh,
Ice
Under
Baby?
Pressure.
Yeah.
It took
yeah.
Under
Okay,
Pressure.
yeah, but there was another song too. I mean, I don't think it was a cover, but they did like "Don't Stop Me Now" too, and even like the one song "Girl from Ipanema." There's like this new artist or whatever called the Surfers or something, and they just totally took the song. Like, what are your thoughts on people stealing other people's songs? Like, I
don't know.
I
I
have an
mean,
opinion about
that's
you.
messed
but-
I mean,
up.
I feel like if you give credit where credit's due, then it's not necessarily like wrong or anything. But I feel like if you're just like stealing it and they're not getting like credit for it or anything like that, then that's probably it.
Or even Ed Sheeran stealing that one song by the song like No Scrubs, like Scrub, and he's like his new. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I just feel like the artists are not giving credit. They're just taking the beat and they're kind of
Well,
changing
then
it
that's
a little
wrong.
bit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Well, it
that's
also
wrong.
depends on how much I feel like. Like I know, like certain rappers, they'll get inspired, is what they call it, and then like take
Yeah.
someone's like hook or something, use it for their
Yeah.
intro, but not like the rest of the song,
Yeah.
and they'll just take
Yeah.
inspiration from a whole bunch of other people.
Or like
I
even
feel like
like a
that's
specific
fine,
like
and they usually
line.
will like say something
Yeah.
in like the interview about the song or whatever. I
Yeah.
feel like that's fine, but
And like sample, I mean, if it's like samples and stuff, then so many samples are super
oh
dope,
yeah,
like,
that's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
and you have to like go through a process and like get it approved and like they make sure that everyone's okay with it. But
So if someone doesn't do those things, like if they legit just
Yeah.
take the entire tune of a song that already was created, like what do you think a punishment or like crime should be for that?
death penalty.
yeah,
Death penalty.
kill them probably.
No,
I don't know. Is there
Firing
not
squad.
already some like
I mean, I don't know.
There probably
I feel
is.
like
I feel like there's
I
legal
thought they
stuff.
already
Probably just
like
get
lost
sued.
money.
it's like
Yeah.
legal
Yeah.
copyright? They probably sue people.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I mean, depending on how big you are, I mean, that means nothing almost.
That's
like
what I'm
suing for
saying.
money. You can
Like,
just
Ed
take
Sheeran
someone's
probably was
song,
like,
they'll find you
That's
a couple
true.
million. That's nothing to you. That song is still popular. Ice Ice Baby, one of the most popular songs of all time, still. And I know they got sued for money or something.
It's like I don't care.
I mean, it's like his only song that's popular, but
Yeah.
Wasn't
I
even
feel like that's
his.
probably besides the point.
Dang. Yeah.
Good question.
So a little transition, just what the people want to know.
Oh gosh.
So what happened in Intramurals on Tuesday?
Oh, bro, we're not about to talk about this.
Get out of here.
Rod, I just
No,
Oh,
absolutely
Were
not.
you there?
of course I was there. I was
Oh.
coaching.
We played like trash.
Awkward.
I was
Coaching.
there.
Parker wasn't there.
But-
He can't tell you. No,
Yeah.
you
Coaching
weren't
who?
there.
It's okay. My
Our
team
team?
lost tonight too.
We played awful. That's it. That's all you need to know.
Intramurals is legit.
But we won. We won basketball, so that's
Yeah.
what matters.
Yeah.
Who cares about volleyball?
True.
I care about volleyball.
Intramurals.
I am better at volleyball than I am at basketball and football, so I definitely care about
Well,
volleyball.
you won the football championship though with L4.
Yeah, and I'm trying to get this freaking
Repeat.
3P. I won the football championship with L4S, switched down to L3S.
Watched
Won
us
the-
win the basketball
Watch.
championship.
I got a T-shirt. Got the T-shirt for the championship, so
Emma,
I
I
really
love
want to get
you.
this volleyball
No one cares.
championship.
Emma's team beat me tonight.
Good job, Emma.
Shout out
Stop.
Emma, except she didn't tell me that she
Stop.
had a game, and then she got mad at me for not
Super
showing
tight.
up.
It was,
I had homework. That's why. I was
before, and I know y'all ladies worked hard. We'll get it. We'll get it next time. Okay,
what they
so
all
this is
say.
a different question. I was having a conversation with a professor the other day, and we were talking about worship leaders, and they were actually, he was just saying that a real worship leader knows how to lead people into worship and not just worship. So, like, what are your thoughts on that kind of idea?
Take it away, worship.
Like,
leader.
do you think that a worship leader needs to know how to do that in order to be effective, or do you think that sometimes worship leaders are just up there and they're just worshiping and they hope that it kind of spreads to the rest of the people?
Yeah, I could tend to agree with that professor. Like, it's not always like that necessarily, and it can. I think even if they're not necessarily like the best at like, I guess ushering people into the presence, like, it can still be like a great worship. I mean, at the end of the day, like, as a individual in the body, like, it's up to you to like turn your focus to God and like
Yeah.
worship. So some of it is down to just yourself, but also like as a worship leader, like, because I do stuff at church and like they want you to obviously perform and like not perform, but like perform to your best ability is what
Yeah.
I mean by that. Like, you want to do your best, obviously, and sometimes I think just in not necessarily where I attend, but like people tend to focus too much on that and like just lose that idea with what your professor originally said, like to turn the focus, like you want to do as good as you can, but to also like lead people in.
Yeah.
And you can kind of do that, I mean, by like literally like verbal commands, like, hey, let's say this together, or like, you know how they like say
Yeah.
like different stuff like that, which kind of plays a part in it, but also just like leading by example. If the worship leader doesn't look like they're just like looking around at everyone and like kind of
Yeah.
performing, but if they're like, you can kind of tell when someone's worshiping, I feel like. That makes sense?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can you say your question again, just so I'm making
So,
sure?
I mean, my question was, like my professor said, he thinks that a true worship leader, knows how to lead people into worship and not just worship. Where
Yeah.
sometimes people just go up and worship, and that's kind of like they just sing the music and they just kind of do their thing. Like, I don't know. But I kind of have a different question now. It's like, okay, so say for example, the church you attend is a Baptist church, or it's more conservative and they don't really mess with instruments or anything. How can a worship leader like be effective if they're like leading hymns or something like that? Like, do you
Yeah.
think that looks differently than maybe like an
Yeah.
AG church, or like how, I don't know. It's kind of a deep question.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I definitely think. Well, talking about like the main worship, like pastor leader here. I definitely think that I think they're a pastor first off, more than they are like anything else. They're a worship pastor. At least that's how my church at home does it. but they definitely need to make sure that they're like actually leading people into worship, not just going up there playing music, playing worship songs.
Right.
Because I mean, literally any musician could do that.
Yeah.
So they need to be ones that they're like in charge of leading the congregation, making sure that they're getting involved. However they do it. I know people do it differently, like you said, with different congregations doing hymns or doing Hillsong United songs or whatever. But definitely, yeah, I'm not a worship leader, so
Yeah.
I don't know a ton about it, but I definitely think that they should be in tune with God and everything, and making sure that their congregation is worshiping, actually.
Yeah. Any comments on that, Brock?
Well, I've been to like a lot of different like denominations and stuff like that, or different churches, I guess. And like in Alabama, I'll go visit my grandma's church, and it's like a Southern Baptist church. So they have one lady on the organ, and then there's like a whole bunch of old people up there, and they're just singing. And they, like, even though it's not necessarily like the type of worship that I prefer, like when you're in there, you can still feel the presence of the Lord. So I don't think it's necessarily the fact that like or how the music's played necessarily. It's more on the people to like bring the presence of the Lord in themselves, I guess.
Yeah.
But I also think that the worship leaders have a responsibility in that too.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. Sorry, I'm asking like all these church questions. You know.
It's good. Good questions.
It's okay.
So, sorry, this is the last one. I swear.
Bring it.
So, if a church doesn't have a worship pastor, like say they have maybe a worship team or a lady who plays the piano and a guy who sings, like whose responsibility is it to kind of initiate, all right, like let's get into worship, let's sing this, like who do you think, is that like the main pastor, is that just like everyone doing their own thing? Where do you think that position kind of lies? Like say a church can't afford a worship pastor, you know?
I would say that's on you then, because if nobody's being like the leader necessarily, I feel like you have to take it upon yourself, not especially in your own life. And like, I mean, I guess I don't it wouldn't be taken well at all if you were to like go up in front of the congregation in a Southern Baptist church or in any church really, and just, I mean, there's some open mic scenarios, but I mean, that's on you. Like your relationship with the Lord is what you put into it, and so I feel like it's on you for the most part.
Yeah, I say like whoever is really like willing and able to do it. Like if there's like no one, if there's not like a clear leader or like a clear like even like a staff member to do that, or like someone on the staff. Like I know at my home church, like we're small, so like we don't have a main worship pastor, so it's usually the same person who leads, and sometimes I'll lead, or just whoever is able to and willing. Like pretty like simple answers.
Yeah. I was gonna say you definitely don't have to have like a full-time worship pastor or anything.
Yeah.
But I do think it is important to have someone there.
Yeah.
Volunteer. It can be literally anybody. Literally, like if you can play 3 chords on an acoustic guitar, you can lead worship.
Yeah.
Like you don't even have to be good at singing, because I've definitely been in some worship sessions where they're not great singers, but I still felt the presence of the Lord. We were all still worshiping like that.
Yeah.
When it all comes down to it, that like big lights and stuff doesn't really matter, you know?
Yeah.
I hear preaching.
Okay.
Oh,
Dang it!
Don't make
You
the
got it?
table. You know how annoying that is. We watch the stream.
That's
Well,
our
is there
that's our
anything
church
that you guys
leadership
want to
meeting,
ask,
baby.
or anything like on your mind that you want to
What,
bring
ask
up?
each other?
Well, no, I mean anything that you want to bring up right away. Like this is also like your time. I sometimes like to give.
Jack, how are you?
What?
Jack, how are you doing in your spiritual walk?
I mean, I can still ask these questions, but I like to give you an opportunity if you do want to
Thank
like
you.
ask something about like evangel or just something that you really want to talk about.
We could talk about, there are some good music artists coming from Evangel.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Why don't you
Yeah.
talk about it?
Well, we have our good friend Adam, who used to go here, who
Yeah.
makes music.
Shameless plug. Adam
I
Ragsdale.
know. Wait, what's his new name? The Joe San. Chris Pereira makes good music. Emma Petrie, Hudson Freeman.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of good people coming out.
Parker
Mainly
Hasty.
from Lewis,
Yeah,
it seems like.
soon.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Working. But yeah, just thought I'd
Yeah. That's good.
Little plug.
little plug for those people.
Yeah.
We're all about plugs tonight.
Yeah,
I guess. Well, advertising.
that used to be my major.
Okay.
So,
You thought it was
You got the
funny.
platform.
so now what?
Shout it out.
Evangel. You just named all the Evangel artists
I just thought
for the
that.
most part. There's that 218, right?
Oh yeah.
You forgot him, so
Sorry.
you're awful for that.
Brock, is there anything you want to say? Just about Evangel or anything?
Oh.
Say about you.
Positive?
Actually,
know.
I have a question.
Yeah, say
ask
a
that
question.
How has what is your opinion on chapel
We're losing
worship?
him here, dude.
Oh, hey!
We're
On,
losing
like,
him here.
Chapel worship.
And
And
travel.
like, is there stuff you like and don't like?
Oh,
Oh, that was a good one, Parker. Good one.
okay. Honestly, I absolutely love chapel worship. I think our worship team is incredibly
Well,
talented.
there's several different teams, just so you know.
Our
Yeah,
worship
that's true. That's
teams-
true.
Yeah.
All worship. I mean, I just think of them as one. Aren't they just evangel
Whoa,
worship?
no,
though?
no,
No,
bro, Chacha,
bro.
you got
Oh
Heart
no, no,
Song.
no! You're talking about chapel though. You're talking about
Yeah,
in
we're
chapel.
talking
Yeah,
about
but they like
chapel. They're all
play
different, bro.
I've only
different
seen Heart
weeks
Song
in
perform
chapel.
one time.
Okay, they're all amazing. I'm
Yeah.
specifically talking about chapel worship right now because that's what I thought you were talking
Oh,
about.
I haven't
Yeah.
been to chapel in a really long time, so that's what I was asking also. Because I was wondering like if it's been good.
Well, I was gonna say I have some friends on like Catalyst and Heart Song and stuff, but I haven't seen them perform very often. So the times I have seen them perform, they have been actually really good, especially during what was that?
Tell about our
Um,
art going up in Lewis.
Oh yeah, we should talk about that later. Heart Song. Oh, for cultural
Yeah.
awareness week.
For the culture week.
For the
Wow.
culture.
That was not okay.
Oh, okay, wow. I'm saying Heart Song did really good then, okay? And Catalyst did really good too. I have some friends on Catalyst. Yeah, I actually, no. That was one of the main things when I first came to Evangel. I was like, oh my gosh, our worship teams are
They're really
super
good.
talented.
They really are.
I wonder how hard they're get into. You were on
Well, I
Catalyst.
I was
remember-
on Catalyst.
What did they make you do?
So much.
Really?
Well, like for auditions or what?
Yeah. Well, like both, I guess.
Well, I guess
What is the
for-
requirements? I guess.
At least whenever I was on it, like there's an audition, like you play a song or two, and then you kind of just there's like almost like an panel interview, sort of just with people from the team, so they just ask about you and like why you want to be on Catalyst, that kind of thing. And then on Catalyst, you go to a lot of just kind of random churches like that people will have contacts with, like through like sometimes like Catalyst alumni, I guess, or people that went to Evangel just around like surrounding states, sort of, and then so you just go to random places. It's pretty cool, but I know at the beginning of semesters and stuff is like when you try out for like EU worship
Mhm.
or different things like that. And I think probably the beginning of the year is Heart Song. There's a lot of the stuff right when
Yeah.
fall semester starts.
So how does that thing work when they, like
Oh,
the ear
the
thing,
in-ear
and, like,
monitors?
and like the little like
Yeah.
step, like little.
That
pedal
was
thing?
pretty cool because like going to my home church, we are like small, so we don't have anything.
Yeah.
And then coming here and then we're playing at North Point and stuff, you get it's like monitors that go deep in your ear, so you can't hear anything besides what's coming through the monitor. So you turn on your monitor, and then they have like this app.
Well, how to.
They have this app that you can adjust like the mix, so you can turn down, like if someone's playing acoustic guitar, you can turn them up louder or up.
Wow.
Or way
But like we don't have
quieter.
that at EU or anything, right?
Yeah, there's
What?
There's
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
that have it. I have a friend and her cousin runs or owns like a big like company that sells in-ear monitors.
Wow.
So
they have like mixers and stuff on stage for EU.
Wild.
Okay,
Pretty
I have
cool.
something to talk about.
Talk about it.
I'm talking about this.
Sorry,
Okay.
next topic.
Since this is kind of our topic too, art and music.
yes,
We three just recently became officially
Yes.
published
artists.
painters specifically. We have art going up in Lewis Hall, First floor lobby, I believe.
Yeah.
So everyone, please go check it out.
Very soon. Be checking. Get on Tony about it.
If you want,
Very abstract.
if you want, you can probably buy it. Like mine will probably be for sale for like $10 or $15.
Mine is not for sale.
Mine's priceless.
Marcus says his is priceless.
No.
What did you
that.
paint? What did you paint?
Yup.
Should we
I
give
don't
it
got
a-
I don't
you,
have a-
you, you should just
I don't
stop
have
by.
the lowest procs, bro. I don't know when I can
I will
paint.
We
let
have
you
Luke's
in.
procs.
We'll let you
What
in.
the world?
Text me. My number's on the portal.
Luke?
I'll come down and let you in if
Speaking
you
of the
if you want
portal.
to. If you want to come look at our art, I will give you a little tour.
True.
I will give you a little explanation.
I'll help you.
a little
yeah.
bit, mostly.
Jax is
For
mostly
mine at least,
interpretive.
it's kind of interpretive,
Hey.
abstract. So yeah, come check it out.
So, I mean, let's just get real. Have you ever utilized the portal? You know?
Absolutely.
Okay, Brock, talk about it.
Absolutely.
Brock has an interesting experience where someone
So-
else utilized the portal.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
right.
can I tell this story?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Please do.
So
As long as it's
Are you
Last
gonna use
year,
names?
Stays within the
last
rules.
year, my roommate
This thing is hot on my neck.
used the student portal very poorly, and he put my phone number. That scared me. He put my phone number on the portal and said, "Ladies, my roommate is single and ready to mingle." And then he put my phone number and said,
Did you
"Hit
see what
him
I
up."
replied
He's just looking
to you
out
on your
for
comment
okay?
on the portal the other
No.
day? Me and my. Okay.
I checked it that one time. Just
Oh,
Oh, I
sorry.
saw it.
Anyways,
About
I'll
the
tell you the story
AirPods?
because it's hilarious.
Okay.
So, I got a few like people that like texted me, but it was mostly just like dudes joking with me, and then I was just like,
How did you
whatever.
feel having your roommate do that? Your first roommate.
Not
He's
good.
just looking out for you, dude.
Absolutely not.
You were
He was-
single
He
at
was
the
being
time.
a jerk about it.
And like you knew about it?
I just came to crash your show.
Yeah, and so he did it again like 3 weeks later, and this time I had a little
Wait,
fella.
so he said the same caption too? 3 weeks later?
Not the same caption. It was different, but he it was the same message, I guess. And so my phone number was back on the portal. And this time somebody texted me and they were pretty adamant that I respond and everything. So I was like, whatever.
What
So
does that
I was
mean?
having
What did that?
so I was having a little fun with it. And I
As one should do
I knew-
when a
I
girl from the
knew.
portal reaches out.
it wasn't a girl.
Oh,
actually.
gotcha.
You
Okay.
didn't know for
So,
sure.
I wasn't for sure, but
yeah,
I was
at this point you didn't know.
I was
Risky.
Once they met up. Okay.
I was pretty certain that this was in fact a male, and
Do you think it was a man that was like actually interested, or you think it was
And
somebody messing with
probably-
you?
absolutely
s-
not. Definitely messing with
probably-
me.
Probably a little sus.
Most likely a Scott
Probably
boy.
Scott, maybe.
Whoa!
Okay,
Whoa,
wow.
you better
I
keep
was
it.
I
gonna
was a
go
little
there.
I was a little
I was about to say
skeptical.
that.
Tea in this room is as hot as this room is.
Okay.
And so I was like, I went along with it for a little bit, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna figure out who this is. So I
So
went
what,
on
what
the
were some of the
portal.
things that you guys were gonna say?
So I went on the portal and I looked up the phone number and I found the person who was catfishing me. And so I went ahead and screenshotted the picture of who it was just in case. And so after a little bit they were like, "We'll send pics, baby," with like a winky face, and I was like, "Absolutely not, you first." And so
You first.
absolutely,
You're gonna
always
shout-
have
you're
them
gonna
send
shout him
pics
out?
first. No, I'm not gonna shout him
Oh.
out. There's
We're not
a
gonna shout him
Call
out.
there's
him
a
out.
0% chance he's watching right now.
Yeah.
We're
Anyways,
still not gonna. We are not into bullying.
no, of
Bullying,
course
it's
not.
just a
And I
story.
definitely didn't bully him here.
No, I
Anyways,
wasn't bullying.
so so he was like, okay, fine. And the first picture that he sends was just like this photo stock, like first thing I searched on Google, or first thing that came up on Google. And so I was like, all right, cool. And he was like, okay, now you show me yours. And so I took the picture that I screenshotted off the portal. And I said, are you ready? I'm a little ugly. And then I sent it. And then they were mad.
Pwn classic.
He never responded.
Epic.
So I got
Epic.
it.
Epic
Pwn.
moment.
So do you run into him these days?
Oh, absolutely. I see him all the time. But I don't think he knew. I don't know if he knows who I am.
Oh.
Like because it was just like over the
random
phone,
number,
right?
so
And it
he
was over the
just-
portal, so like I don't know if he necessarily knows who I am.
I feel
but
like I would have
absolutely
looked
know
up
who he
your
is.
number too. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if he was. I don't
The
know
brightest
if he
guy.
was smart enough to do that.
Shoot,
Dude, we're down 4-0.
man.
Roast is complacent.
Roast is complacent. Did you see that on the Javelin the other day?
I did.
No, I did
After
not.
Walter caught on fire.
Oh.
Walter.
Walter caught
Keep
on
calling
fire.
him Walter.
I'm sorry.
Pray for Walter.
After Walter
But-
caught on fire, the Javelin tweeted something about smoking hot
If you don't
girls
know what the
actually
Javelin is, the Javelin is the Twitter page that kind of
It's incredible.
Hey,
promotes
Tate.
our school.
Freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
Shout out Javelin.
But they tweeted something about campus finally realizing that there are in fact smoking hot women that live in Walter. And then
I saw that one.
a
That
girl
was good.
responded to it and said that is the
Roastest
roastest complacent I've ever received.
I think it was a girl I just left.
No kidding.
Yeah.
No way.
way.
Hey!
Oh,
Emma.
More
Hey,
guests.
Hello.
Y'all must be popular tonight. A lot
my
of
gosh,
fans.
so
What
many
can we
guests.
say?
So
What
many
can we say?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey.
Just kidding.
So Parker, what are your thoughts about Emma? Don't answer.
Can they
wrong.
hear it out? Can they hear it out there?
You
Yeah, they
listening?
can.
Oh my gosh.
The best.
Have you
of
portal
course.
stalked?
Yeah, before you met Emma, did you ever
No,
portal stalk?
Portal
no, I've
stalker?
actually never portal stalked. I've only been around people who portal stalk.
I don't
No, yeah, same.
Personally,
I
I've
don't
never
necessarily
stalked.
portal stalk. I use it whenever I need to figure out who somebody is.
That's exactly what Jake said, but I don't.
That's
I
what,
just look at
isn't that
Instagram.
what-
That's what it's
What is
for.
portal stalking then?
I look at Instagram. If you don't
That's
have an
kind of what
Instagram, you
portal
look up their
stalking is.
Facebook.
Instagram.
And
yeah.
if they're not on Facebook,
'Cause
you
the
go
pe-
to the
This
portal.
is what
weird
you do.
people
You
that
see
don't have
someone,
Instagram
you go through the portal,
Facebook.
you find their name, and then you go on Instagram. That's how it works. That's how you do it. That's
You
what portal
need to know their
stalking is.
name. You look on, if you like know their name, you don't know who they are. You look at Instagram. They don't have an Instagram. They're weird.
you don't
and
know
they
their
have a
last name.
then
Facebook.
they're not worth knowing.
Oh my god.
Wow.
They
True.
don't have an
Dang.
Instagram.
Absolutely
He
brutal.
really
No,
went there.
I didn't
Holding
even
nothing
know
back.
that you could even look people up on the portal for
We
like the
gotta watch
longest
it.
time, and I feel like it's kind of creepy, honestly.
You guys need to text your friends and get some more people.
Yeah, what the heck?
Let's go.
Viewers?
We had more at one point.
We had
How many do we
13
have
of them.
right now?
That was pretty fire.
Some of them are out there. So.
Yeah, we have our fans.
Yeah,
out
get back
there.
on. We need the numbers up.
Okay. So, what is the weirdest experience you've ever had on a date or with a girl or something like that? Or just
date.
not necessarily on a date, but just
Yeah, I go on a lot of dates.
I'm just saying has that, have you ever had a weird experience with someone where you were like, oh,
What's something
what?
super weird that Emma's done?
Yeah, really.
Or just, you know what I'm saying?
trying
Has
to
someone
think.
ever done a weird pickup line on you or did something?
No,
I don't know.
I
we're all
wish.
guys.
We're all dudes. That would be
I
hilarious.
don't know. Girls are very
That would
independent
work
these
on me.
days. They be doing their own thing. Okay, fine. Let's answer that question.
Oh, I kind of have.
Okay, Parker.
Go ahead. Is
Well,
this about Emma?
Yeah, it's not that. I mean, it's sort of not weird, but me and Emma met
What?
basically, because I'm a funny tweeter, and she DM'd me on Twitter and said, "Your tweets are funny. Can we be friends?"
Aww.
And then it started, and it was super cute.
Slid into the DMs. The girl slid into the guy's DMs.
Yeah.
It works.
What
It
do you
works.
think about that thing? A lot of times I feel like,
girls sliding into guys' DMs?
or just the same thing. Because I feel like a year or two ago, if a guy slid in the DMs, it'd be like, oh my gosh, no one's in the DM. I think it depends on the person. You
I don't
know.
know.
What
I
I'm saying?
mean, I
now
don't.
I'd be like,
I'll
oh,
try.
Like, I
Right.
slide up on people's stories pretty often, but
Yeah.
more often than not, it's not to
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just to talk to them or be friends, not necessarily
yeah,
hey, I think you're cute.
Yeah.
We should talk.
yeah. But a lot of times that's how it can even start. It's just the little okay, okay,
Yeah.
Absolutely. Love that. What do you say, Jack?
Well, I don't even remember what the
Because
original
I literally
question
have
was.
some friends
What do you
who.
think about sliding in the DMs?
I have some friends who are like,
Sliding.
I will never date a girl who slides in my DMs. And
Oh.
I'm like, oh, that's great. Rock on.
Hey,
but I
if
just-
somebody wants to slide in my DMs, go
No,
for it.
yeah.
I will
Freaking slip and
respond.
slide.
I will love it.
I feel like it's
I
just
like
a
talking to
part
people.
of
Yeah.
That's
Equality.
why
Everyone
it's
does
social,
it.
That's why it's
2019,
social
girls can
media.
slide into
It's
guys'
being
Especially
DMs.
since
social.
it's if we're using Instagram the most more
You're
than
on it.
Facebook, it's just a messaging
Just
app.
because
you
you're
know?
just
like-
because you're sliding up on somebody's story or getting slid up on doesn't necessarily mean that you're hitting on them or being
Yeah.
hit on.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
exactly.
It could just be social friendly.
The amount
But
of
it
times
doesn't
you.
necessarily not mean that you're
That's
not.
true. It
That's
very
what
well
I'm
could
saying.
be.
And
but
People have underlying motives, bro.
I do think it is fine for a girl to slide into a guy's DMs. I don't know
Absolutely.
why that would be frowned upon. But okay, I guess if you're looking at it this way, whole relationship wise or talking phase or whatever, I do think the guy should pursue the girl. But I don't
Yeah.
think a girl sliding into a guy's DMs compromises that.
Okay.
If a girl starts talking to you, I don't know, that's fine.
Yeah.
You can decide if you want to DM back or whatever, but
So if a girl slid in your DM and said, "Hey Brock," like, or not "Hey Brock," whatever. If a girl,
hey, Brock.
if a girl
Hey, 3 Ys.
Someone slide into Brock's DMs right now. See
Three
what
Ys
happens.
and 3
First
dots.
one to get it wins a
First girl slide into Brock's DMs
wins a painting.
wins a date with Brock and a painting.
If a girl slid and said, "Hey,
Doing a little
I
live
think you're a
experiment.
really funny tweeter. Do you want to like get coffee at your radio sometime?" What would you
Morgan
do?
Piles wins.
What did you say?
If somebody slid in my DMs and was like,
Like, hey, you're funny. We should hang out and go get coffee.
God, I wish.
Really?
Oh
Like a guy would be
yeah,
like,
that'd
"Oh,
be
yeah."
sick.
Whoa.
I don't know.
Now, would you ever do that to a girl?
No.
Wait, wait.
I'm not that forward. I'm terrible about that sort of stuff.
Brock specifically.
Specifically me, I am awful about that sort of stuff. Like I don't know.
Well,
Is it
okay,
'cause-
it depends on what you're saying. I mean, I'm definitely not going to go ask a girl to coffee if I've never talked to her ever. I'm definitely the kind of
Yeah.
person that's like, let's get to know each other, be friends or whatever. Not necessarily like good friends. You don't have to be like best friends first, but I at least need to talk to you before we
yeah.
hang out, you know?
Yeah.
Like to have a
Before
basis,
at least like
a
a one-on-one
foundation.
thing.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
good word.
But I was
Brock.
saying, I was gonna say this earlier, like, sometimes people think, like, oh, like I wish people, just like the old days, like, where people was more face to face and not
Yeah.
everything was like, you know,
Yeah.
like social media. But like, the amount of time that you like, technically, like, if you come across someone's profile or see something they post, like, that's kind of like you're interacting with them. Like the amount of times you're interacting with them is much more like on your phone, I feel like now, than running across them in person. Like it's not like crazy to think like that as the future, like more and more relationships will start off of online social media.
Oh yeah.
Like, and that's not like a bad thing, I don't think.
Yeah. Like,
Some
if I
people
grab this.
Yeah, go for it.
No, I agree with that. But for like, I feel like texting, calling, and FaceTiming is all different. Like texting, if you're just texting, I don't feel like that's gonna work because you have time to think about what you're gonna say. You can think about, oh, what should I say to make this person like me? You know, like you're not really being yourself. Calling is better. FaceTiming is, of course, the next best thing besides
That's the
being in
ultimate.
person. But so yeah, I'm definitely
Rip Steve
think
Jobs.
technology is a good thing in dating
Rip
right
Steve
now.
Irwin too.
Okay, but also like low key.
Rip Steve Irwin. We should take a moment of silence
Can we stop real quick?
for the goat.
I guess we'll end it with Brock's
Thank
laugh.
you.
so sorry.
Oh my gosh,
so
bro!
sorry.
Respect
It's
my
fine.
hero.
I respect him.
All right,
I
what were you gonna
respect
say?
I was just gonna say that like I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of an oblivious person, so I feel like sometimes I don't even notice. Like you said, like interactions and like online and stuff. Like I don't even notice sometimes. I'm just like, oh, you know, oh I like this. Oh I don't even, you know. So I do feel like I
Yeah.
don't know. Like
I just
sometimes
mean
like that works, but I also like.
I would
yeah.
just meaning like pretend like. Okay, we're gonna get deep real quick.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Pretend
Get
like
deep.
pretend like your phone or like whatever social media site is Evangel's campus, and you're like whenever you're scrolling through, that's you walking along the campus. When you see someone's profile, that's like you walking past them on the way to class. Like the amount of times you see them, like pass by them, is gonna be more frequently. I feel like on maybe not such a small campus, but
yeah.
a lot of times for most people will probably be more frequent. Like if you're following them like online, then
Yeah.
you might not always come across and be like, oh hey, you might not get to talk to someone every day. Like if you're just like starting out,
Yeah.
starting to try to develop a
Yeah.
friendship.
Mhm.
That's what I was meaning. by
My
that.
big thing is as long as when we're in person we can talk just as comfortably
Right.
as when we're talking on the phone or texting, then I don't care. We can
Yeah.
text, call as much as we
Yep.
want, but make sure that when we're in person, we're
Yeah.
still chilling.
Absolutely.
Come on.
Because that's what matters most.
Yeah. Yep.
Quality time. That's my number one.
Same,
number
bro.
one, baby. That's
Yeah.
number
Is that
one.
all your guys' number one?
Absolutely.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dang.
Bro, my bad.
Words of affirmation.
Last
Shout out to
one
my
is
roommate.
physical touch.
Yeah. Last is definitely
Quality
physical
time,
touch. I hate
baby.
that.
Unless I really, really like you, then don't be touching
Unless
me.
we are 3 years into the relationship,
Oh,
No,
wow.
okay.
already engaged.
No.
Wow.
Unless we're
I'm
talking.
kidding, I'm kidding.
No, if we're
Rude.
talking, give me a nice little playful touch on the shoulder.
Give me a nice little.
Okay.
You
better
know
Not
what
to
I'm
change the
saying?
subject,
You know what I'm
but
saying?
I'm changing the subject.
Okay, do it.
Okay, do it. We'll talk about whatever you want.
Okay.
here for it.
If you guys were on American Idol, what song would you want to perform?
Oh.
Is that even still a show?
Stop. Why
Yeah,
you
I
gotta be
think
like
so.
that?
I'm
Yeah.
just asking.
They're
I'm
bringing
just,
it back,
my
bro.
thoughts
Fine.
are
X
coming out of my
Factor.
mouth.
No.
America's Got Talent.
It
Like,
matters.
you know,
Who's the judge?
Okay, if
doesn't matter.
Is it
if I'm
Simon?
on American Idol, I'm gonna sing Vienna by Billy Joel probably.
Hmm.
I was gonna say something. Yeah.
Why? You have to explain why.
Because it's a freaking good song.
Okay. I mean, there's a lot of freaking good songs out there, so I don't
But it's a really freaking good song.
Alright.
So
Okay. Good explanation. Acceptable. A plus.
Shoot. Probably, I gotta go with my number one favorite song of all time. Don't Think Twice, It's Alright by Bob Dylan.
Oh.
that's a good pick.
Freaking
Good.
classic.
That's a good pick.
I don't know what song I'd sing because like I like so many songs and I feel like there's so many like that are kind of in my range that I practice a lot or whatever. But I would try to pick something that I feel like the best performances on that show are like whenever there's like just big powerful notes. So like
Yeah.
some like dramatic like some maybe not even some
Yeah.
song I usually would think of,
Mhm.
which is why I'm not saying a specific
Going
song
for more of the
title.
soul emotional
Yeah, bro.
type approach
Like-
with mine.
Oh, I actually
Get the
saw
audience, get the
I
audience
actually saw this
crying.
video on YouTube.
Although I don't
It's
watch
like
American
The
Idol.
Voice, like Netherlands,
Yeah.
and there's this
Bro,
guy.
Netherlands, the voice is like the
Yes.
best, bro.
And this guy, he sang "Redemption Song" by Bob Marley.
That was
I think his name
really
was like
good.
Mitchell Brunnings.
Yeah.
Someone can
Wow,
watch
all
that.
these
Shout out
shameless plugs, bro.
I'm trying to get to
Mitchell,
you.
Mitchell,
You
you're
guys
out
just want
there,
to shout
bro.
out.
Watch this video.
Text me
It's
if you want
super
a shout
good.
out.
It's
You guys
so
should watch
worth
this.
it.
It's
It's
really
an incredible
good.
video.
Say a shout
He
out.
freaking
50
killed
cents.
it.
Hey,
Okay.
there's my sister. Hi, Bailey.
What's up, Bailey?
Hi,
What's up,
Bailey.
Bailey?
She's the one
Come
that
to
follows me
you,
on Instagram.
bro.
But yeah,
Thanks, Carson.
maybe some Redemption song.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Maybe just some classic. Maybe like,
Like
Aretha Franklin?
no, even though she is amazing. I don't know. I probably would, like I told you that one time, like probably like Ain't No Sunshine by,
Oh,
you
that's a
know, Bill
classic.
Withers.
that'd
You
be
know,
good.
I like Bill Withers. I don't know. I think he's old, but he's like soulful, you know?
Absolutely.
Some Ray Charles.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hit the road, Jack. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Some Baby
hate
Grand,
that
Billy
song.
Joel, and Ray
I
Charles.
literally listened to that right before we
Song's
came on
freaking
here.
amazing.
Literally, that was the song.
Phil Collins.
Literally. All right.
All right, we have 9 minutes left on the show.
Now we gotta get.
You out of
into the-
questions?
We gotta get into the good stuff.
I'm out of questions.
We haven't taken an audience question in a.
Yeah, it's
been a minute.
Audience
What do y'all got?
question.
Who's even watching?
Let's see here.
Give me something good.
We just
I
wanted
feel
to
like there
say
was
a little
something
shout out
that-
to the. Oh shoot!
Oh, shoot!
Didn't see that from me.
Thanks
Tubes,
for
I
all-
love you
Give us the
forever.
hardest
Thanks for all
question
you
of
guys
all
for
time.
staying.
I feel like
Okay,
there was
Thank
a
you,
question
Emma.
you asked someone else that
Okay.
I wanted to.
Oh, there's the questions thing. Look, see that?
Oh. Who do you guys think is the funniest out of all three of you?
Can we not say ourselves?
I would personally.
Yeah, don't say yourself.
Okay.
Obviously,
we
it's not
each gotta
me.
go for
I
someone
would.
else.
I would personally say that Parker makes me laugh the most out of the three of us, but Jack is also extremely
That's
funny.
not fair.
Like,
They have a whole extra year together.
I don't know because
it doesn't
friendship
matter. It
bonds,
doesn't.
like,
The question was not deep, and that
Yeah.
Parker makes me laugh the most out of the three of you. Or the two of you. I still listen. Okay,
I
this
hate
isn't
this
meant to
question.
divide us.
Bro,
Okay,
they live together.
listen.
I know.
You're still hilarious.
You have so many more opportunities to make you laugh.
Jack, I was literally
Bro,
gonna say
I'm gonna
you.
make you laugh.
I'm not.
Sam.
I'm definitely
Jack,
not.
I
I'm
was
definitely
gonna
not
say
the
you.
funniest
Oh,
out of
thank
the
you.
You make me laugh, and our humor is very similar.
That's
humor.
freaking true.
Our
How do you
humor's-
feel about that?
So
Bro?
Literally-
it's really true. I
know
say,
I'm not funny.
I think it's safe to say that me and you are funnier than Brock.
Absolutely.
And
I'm
so,
not funny. I'm not funny.
so like, it's like pretty like
No, literally,
Yeah.
there have been so many times where
we steal each other's.
like I'll say something and Parker is like, "Bro, I was just about to say that." Stole
It's-
my joke, and then Parker will say something, and I'll be like,
Yep.
It's kind of annoying sometimes, honestly. But
Like,
It kind of
Just
is because I feel
It's
left
not
out of a
annoying.
lot of jokes sometimes.
You gotta get right here,
just have
bro.
that humor connection.
So what is one thing that you
Love you too,
really
Austin.
like about Evangel that you think they do
Thank you,
really
Emma.
well? Just something that like
I love the community.
It's a tough one.
I also really like the teachers. I have really good professors, especially in the business department. My advisor is like the best.
who's your advisor?
Becky Rhodes.
Becky Rose.
She likes
Auburn.
She likes Auburn, which sucks. Hate Auburn. But beyond that, like the mentorship that she or the wisdom that she provides, she's awesome. I love you, Becky. If you're probably never gonna watch this, but you rock.
You
I'm
never
gonna
know.
show it to her.
In class.
Okay, anybody else? You're like one thing you
Oh,
really think that
man.
Evangel does really well. And he said professors already, so you
Evangel
really can't steal
University?
that.
Professors. Evangel University.
Which one of you is gonna say the calf?
No one.
Shoot, I don't know. I guess. I don't know if I'm answering this wrong, but
Probably.
my favorite thing about Evangel, kind of, just the friends that I've made here. You know, the relationships. Big old doinks.
Big
right
old
here.
doinks.
Spacious boys, funny boys, CBH.
Oh, bro.
We got
Shout
to
'em all
title
out.
all of our group chats. No, but Spring Blazers. Everything. I feel like that I have a lot
Spacious
of.
boys.
I have a lot
Can you
of really
explain to my viewers
great
what the
friends
Absolutely
Spacious
here.
not.
Boys
It's
is?
absolutely not.
Yeah, it's
That's
kinda-
for us and us only.
You can ask us in private, maybe we'll tell you.
Just
but-
why don't you just go in the portal and text them? They'll tell you then.
Yeah, I told you my number's on the portal.
FBG.
Funny Boys Gang.
No, but really, I have met
Yeah.
some really amazing
That's
people
me.
here. Not just because they're funny or like relatable and stuff, but also like since it is Evangel, you know, I can call on them to. I've done this multiple times actually, where I text them. I'm like, hey, can you guys pray for me? Or like during devos or whatever, just bring something up about that I'm going through and struggling with, and we'll just pray together. So
Yeah,
that Evangel's got some real people. I love it.
yeah.
Love you, bro.
Love you too, bro. Parker, you got.
Okay, Parker.
Oh,
you
my
can,
turn.
yeah.
I was like,
Oh,
go ahead,
forgot.
bro.
Something in the Evangel does really well, or fave memory.
Yeah, I'll do the fave memory thing.
Yeah,
I
since
saw
I
Emma just
yeah.
asked that. Favorite memory.
Ooh.
Wait, I don't know the answer though yet.
At Evangel.
That's not for everybody. We're just gonna ask him and then I have something else. For
Okay.
Wait. I'll think of it.
Okay.
Okay.
You
got it?
Bro, we
Well,
have
we
like
won the internet
4 minutes.
intramural,
internet.
not the international.
That was huge. That
Intramural
was so
basketball
sick.
championship, and we beat K2S, and it was awesome.
You were
That
there,
was-
Morgan.
I was there.
That was a pretty
Uh,
sick moment. That was
a pretty
see,
sick moment.
and a little bit of backstory behind that. Like Parker and I had
Sure.
never beaten K2S in any sport. And
True.
So that made it like huge.
Yes, we finally beat them. It's great.
Huge.
Yeah,
So that was favorite memory.
one of.
What a minute.
Okay.
There's a
One
lot of good ones.
All right.
All right, so it's around that time. My viewers gotta go to bed. They gotta do homework. So we're going
feel
to
that.
end the show. Actually, I have to go to bed and I need to do homework. I was due last Friday. It's
Oh
fine.
my god.
It be like that sometimes.
Jeez,
It's
okay.
okay. I
Unbelievable.
email my profs and they say that they're giving me buckets of grace. So it's a whole bucket full.
That's
you know?
see, that's what I'm
Wow.
saying. The professors
This
of
is really
Evangel.
the great, bro.
They're the best.
I really need to get on that though. Okay, so I like to end my show with the,
Quote.
contestants or guests, whatever you want to call yourselves.
I'm a viewer.
The quote,
I know.
a quote.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Jack's a
A
regular.
I'm
quote
prepared.
a quote that you have lived by, or maybe just is getting you through the week, or something that's relevant in your life. Just something that really, I guess since Jack's ready to go.
Oh.
Yeah, get
okay.
it, family.
Get it, bro.
Mine's halfway a joke. I say this a lot to be funny, but it also is very serious. I actually just tweeted about it.
I
but
know what it is. I know
It's
what it
my
is.
bio on Instagram and Twitter. Support the homies. That's your
Absolutely.
number one thing. Support.
That's good.
It is good, yeah.
I appreciate
I'm not gonna
it.
explain it right now because we don't have time. But check out my Twitter. I just tweeted about it.
I appreciate your
The
support
explanation.
of whom.
At Real Jack Joyner.
I don't know.
Wow, that's a really good one.
I don't
Brad.
know.
I know one.
Bro, you knew it was
God,
coming.
this-
I knew it was coming.
I know,
should have
but
prepared.
are you telling me like
I
you
was
relate
gonna text
like
you guys and
why
be like,
don't
make
like
sure you have a quote.
anything that's been getting you through? Like it can be anything. It could be like
Bible verse.
it could be literally
Oh, I was,
any
my
quote your
other one
mom
was
always
gonna
said
be
to
a
you
Bible verse.
or
I have a really-
anything.
my favorite Bible
Let's see.
verse.
The other, I guess, something that my mom would tell me was just work hard all the time. And so that's
Yeah.
probably it.